Day 123, Monday night. So if you're new to this is the journey of 0 to 1 billion. I document myself every single day, building my business models, LBOs. So I talk about what I do every single day and I'll get straight into it, right? So today was a very interesting day. Today was my off day. I have a job and I'm doing QLA and LBOs on the side. And today I had about 4 meetings and they were very interesting, right? I had someone reach out to me that was on YouTube. They're a YouTuber. They've interviewed people like Jay Waller and Sterling Cooper and like some of the people in like kind of like the red pill space. And it was a great conversation. This guy knows a lot about YouTube and he was telling me all about it. He's seen my videos and reached out to me. And two interesting points that I've heard multiple times. So one was these quotes behind me, the QLA quotes. People keep on mentioning it to me like, oh, like once I seen the quotes, like I knew what you were doing, like you're doing QLA. And some people also say like this background behind me, it seems like it's real. Like it's interesting, like these two backgrounds together. Anyways, I'm not gonna steer off the point, right? What did I do today? And what did I contribute to my business today? So two things when it comes to offense, right? I'm looking at a deal right now, and the deal makes about 600,000 in EBITDA, which is pure profit, not revenue. And I was talking to my board members about it today. We're talking about the deal, and um, yeah, I signed NDAs and stuff, but talking about different facets of it and how to go about it and which questions we want to ask and what do we want to know about this deal before we go forward on it. And the lawyer on my board, like, I have to keep feeding these people and I have to keep on giving updates so that way, they know we're on the right track and we're still following the right mission. And the lawyer on my board, man, I freaking love the lawyer on my board. He exudes confidence and he's done exactly what we're doing right now. He did it in the past. He's done a roll up in a different country for about $500 million. So this guy knows M&A inside and out. And he's like, when I was speaking to him, I was like trying to like show the vision again, like I did in the beginning, right? Like this is our goal. This is what we're gonna do this year, right? How do you think we could go about it? Like, which angle should we take? This is what I'm doing. What do you think about this? How about this? And yeah, he was like, man, listen, we need to have one solid acquisition and a few bolt-on acquisitions, which means like one bigger acquisition and then you could bolt on smaller ones from there. And he was like, listen, our goal from this year, like 2 million in EBITDA, which is an insane goal. But if I could do all this on camera, man, it would be insane. So the QLA guys, when they watch these videos, I know what they're thinking. Hey, man, you're not following QLA through and through. What I have to say is, listen, I'm willing to learn the hard way. And I guess you could either learn the hard way or the harder way. So, listen, I'm not going to follow QLA through and through. I still love QLA. But at the end of the day, QLA is not a thing. It's just an idea that goes towards buying businesses, right? Listen, I'm going to get back to the point. The main point of this video is to talk about what I do every single day. So we had this meeting about the business that makes about 600,000 in EBITDA, blah, blah, blah. And this sort of like mentor of mine who's done multiple acquisitions, I spoke with them and I actually recorded that conversation and I was listening back to it, right? And I kind of realized things from conversations that I don't hear in the moment. And it's so interesting to me that a lot of times, and the QLA guy that spoke to me yesterday was telling me this. He's like, listen, man, people tell us things and it goes in one ear and out the other. Because your best thinking at the time dictates what you think is important. But you don't even know what's important. Like you just need to be a robot at some points. You gotta just listen sometimes. But he was specifically telling me like, listen, like these are the right people you should talk to when it comes to deal flow. Like you should do it like this. You should do due diligence like this. These are the kind of board members you should have. They need to have this kind of track record. And it's like all the stuff that I heard before, it's like at the time when I heard it, I wasn't ready for it. So I didn't hear it. And now I'm listening to it, I'm like, yeah, what if I look at it this way? And the reason why I'm not explaining details is because, like, guys, with this journey, I have to be conscious and careful and sensitive when it comes to people telling me stuff. Like, they're not giving me permission to say stuff out loud. But another thing I did today, I had the letters. I went and I bought stamps, put it on the letters, sent them out. So we'll follow up on these letters. I need to buy some more, and I need to figure out a way to automate it a little bit better instead of handwriting it, make it more professional, have it connected to my list somehow, and have it more automated. And another thing I did today, I had a meeting with someone who was helping build my team. And I was considering building an M&A sort of deal team. Not in like a super expensive, it's kind of expensive, I'm not gonna lie. But there's different routes about doing it. Like, you don't have to do it in such an expensive way. And the route that I'm gonna take for now, and I might pivot, right? I'm gonna hire 2 VAs, one that scrapes the internet, scraper, and one that's a list builder. And then I'm gonna have a cold caller that I'm gonna hire on commission. I'm gonna feed him the leads. Listen, these are the leads, call them. Listen, I sent out mail to these people, give them a call. I'm gonna help them out, like make these leads a bit warmer, hire someone on commission, and maybe give them like some kind of minimum. But I have all that set up while I'm doing my work as well. Like, you put all that energy out, there's no way you're gonna lose. That's the way I think about it. But there's a lot of ways about going and building a team. A lot of people that disagree with that idea, agree with this idea, and there's all types of opinions in the world, guys. At the end of the day, you got to make your own decisions, really. You cannot be handheld all the way to the money. You really got to put yourself out there. It's like the turtle effect, right? The turtle, when it's hiding, will never be able to move forward. The only time it's able to move forward is when it sticks its head out and it starts going out. So you got to stick your neck out and like kind of put yourself towards risk. Like, that's the only way you really grow. And you need to put your own ideas and try your own things. Maybe that's a bad idea, but we'll just have to wait and see. So I had another meeting today, and this is the YouTube guy I was talking about, and he explained so many interesting things about me and my videos and the way I go about it. One, I always make these videos at night. Like, right now it's 11:57 p.m. at night. And he was telling me, man, like, listen, you should do your videos earlier in the day so you're not as drained in the videos. Because a lot of times I'll come to the camera, I'm super drained. Like, it's the end of the day. Like, I just want to go to sleep. Sometimes I don't want to make these videos because I make them every single day. Like, sometimes I'm not feeling it. He was telling me, listen, like, it comes off on the camera. Do it in the middle of the day. And he was telling me, listen, you shouldn't stay up as much. Do more things in the morning. And I always thought, like, I always knew that, but the way I always thought about it was, I don't know, I always thought it was a good idea, but I just never did it. I always just fell into the cycle. Like, oh, like, I need to finish this before I go to bed, and then I need to work out. I forgot to work out. Let me do this and that. The next thing I know, it's like 2 a.m. It just happens, right? And I thought, like, the people that grind, like, they stay up late, they wake up early, they get everything done. Like me, like, I wake up at 7 or 8 a.m., sleep around 12 or 1 a.m. So, like, I thought, like, dude, that's the most I could do. But what if I actually wake up at 5 a.m., sleep at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., do it like that. Do my workouts in the morning. So come back from work, I hit my LinkedIn, my emails, my meetings, boom, done with my day. So I think I'm gonna shift. I'm really considering doing that. Probably not gonna happen tomorrow, maybe the day after, right? Because it's already late today. I don't want to wake up at 5 a.m. But I think I'm gonna really like that shift. I used to do it back in the day, but I'm not gonna get too deep into it. We're gonna stick on this point, right? We were talking about YouTube and the different people that he's worked with and how I could help. And the one thing I could tell you guys is, anytime, like, let's say you want to find a mentor, right? You have to somehow bring value to someone who's ahead of you. How do you do that? You got to be able to fix their problem, right? Therefore, a problem is opportunity. So you got to think about it this way. Even in the Japanese language, like, people know this. Chaos and opportunity is actually the same exact word in the Japanese language, which that's what I heard. I don't know Japanese, but it makes sense, because think about it this way. A problem, like a pain point, something that causes pain, is actually an opportunity for you to succeed. Like without any kind of destruction or chaos, there wouldn't be any holes to fill in. Like you kind of need bad things to happen so like shift could happen, you know? So this person moves. I'm not going to talk too much about his details, right? But I was basically in a position to help this guy because he was new to town. And the easiest way to do that is to let him know about town. Like you get him to know your city, open your network to him, like, you know, get him to know people and know different areas of your city. Like easiest way you can help people, right? Any kind of problem you can find for someone, try your best to be useful, because that's really an opportunity for yourself. But another thing I did today, I did a lot of follow-up today. Did a lot of follow-up. I had about, 50 leads to do follow-up, and I'm now realizing that a lot of those leads were not really qualified leads. So like I eliminated probably like 20 out of the 50, some insane number like that. But yeah, I need more in my pipeline. I need more. I need to move faster. I need to put more energy. Where there's a will, there's a way. Something else that I've been doing is I've been recording a lot of my conversations and just like listening back to them, like hearing myself talk, how I should have said it, what I should have said, and then how I should have said it, like different aspects of it, right? And I noticed that that's very useful, like reviewing your conversations. And just reviewing my conversations, like I have recordings today from about 3 hours, I think, of conversations, maybe 4 hours of conversations. So that's like straight work. Me like doing follow-up, me in the meetings. And it's important, like you can't really rely fully on your notes. Like you need to be able to listen back to it. Like your memory isn't gonna have everything there. Like it's really useful. Like, recording what happened, you kind of see like how long you worked, and you get to reflect as well. So some interesting ideas. I'm gonna do the shift, and some shift is in like my sleep schedule. So something else that we were talking about when it comes to YouTube, he was telling me about my channel. This guy's worked with a lot of big channels, and he was telling me like, man, there's not really a point to recording every single day. There's not really a point. Like do it once a week, and then do like these other type of videos, like teaching kind of videos, and fully great ideas. And guys, keep in mind, when someone tells you something and they're ahead of you, you always have to keep an open ear to it. You got to give them that type of respect. That's at least that's the way I do it. You know what I mean? Like they definitely know something I don't. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You got to listen more than you talk. So he's telling me this, and it makes sense, but I always somehow just take the burnout approach where I just work. I want to do everything at the same time. So it's always where I end up usually. When it comes down to it, when I have choices, I'm like, okay, let's take all of it. That's really where I go. So he's telling me, listen, like do these type of videos because this is gonna help grow your channel. And then over here, like just do this once a week. While they're great ideas, I'm like, man, like wouldn't it just be so cool if I could record myself every single day until success? Like that's the whole goal of this channel. Like I understand like that's not the wave nowadays, but man, I'm not fully trying to copy people. Like I think that might be my biggest problem. And then again, like my goal right now isn't to blow up. I don't care to blow up. I'd rather not blow up until I succeed. I don't want to be the type of person that teaches what they don't preach or preaches what they don't actually do. You know, like I don't want to be teaching things that I don't have any track record of myself. You know what I mean? That's just not who I am. But at the same time, I get a lot of people commenting like, okay, how is it that you do this? How is it that you do that? Can you explain this to me? And I know those videos would do well, but at the moment, that's not my focus. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber. I know if I optimize this and I optimize that, I think about this and that, like I don't care, right? It's not my main focus. I'm starting to see the results of YouTube, people reaching out, people helping. It's cool and all, but I appreciate it 100%. But this is like, the whole goal of this is really not fully to blow up right now. It's just not where I want to go. So nonetheless, it's always shifting and changing. I could change my mind, but I'm excited about building this team. This week, I want to do a bunch of touch points. So far today, I had 0 touch points to just follow up, and I sent the mail, and I had meetings. So we got to go ham this week, man. I got to wake up early, and I'm gonna do my calls in the morning and then in the afternoon while doing everything else. So we'll see how it goes.